When an owner chooses to sell on their own, do they still have to pay the co-op commission?
Yeah, well, a lot of times they see the gross number, which again could be a negotiable. We should always state that commissions are completely negotiable between the parties. That would be between the seller and the brokerage company. But using an example of, say, 5% to 6% of the transaction, if it was a 6% transaction, they see the 6% number, they do their calculations. $200,000 sale, 6%, $12,000. I can save the $12,000, and I don't have to pay anybody, and I can do it better myself. So that's the thinking from that perspective. The reality is that oftentimes they will decide to work with a cooperating broker. If they pay the cooperating broker a fee of 2.5% to 3%, there's half of their theoretical savings that's just gone away. So now your savings might have been cut from $12,000 to $6,000. And now you're in a position, again, probably strategy-wise with the for sale by owner, the most difficult thing that the for sale by owner will encounter along the way. And they usually are out for, unless they're really hardcore for sale by owner, usually within a 30-day period, they've pretty much decided that if I can't sell it in a certain period of time, they will eventually list with a broker on it. But the challenge that the for sale by owner has is always a question in the back of their mind, or at least it should be, do I really have the benefits that of full exposure for my property? And in a scenario where we have potentially as many as 60 to 70,000 real estate brokers in our MLS, they can have that army of individuals working on their behalf to produce a ready, willing, and able buyer. Or they can be really fairly isolated and try to sell on their own, or even the most sophisticated ones possibly post it on one or two sites and get some exposure. But do you really know that you're getting the best buyer that's out there when you're only dealing with a fraction of the potential exposure for the property? So that's probably the largest benefit that we have as brokers, that we can get maximum exposure very quickly for a seller on trying to sell their property.